Sorry about that. It keeps messing up. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on, dude. Like I said, there's something going on with T-Mobile. Been acting up all night, non-stop disconnecting. It's just like Jesus God, it's getting really annoying. It hasn't done this in a long time, so I don't know if they're doing some major maintenance or there's something really wrong with the towers or something. Because it sounds like what's happening is the signal's getting completely lost, and then it starts back up, and then it gets lost again. And I notice even when I'm connected, it's running at a fraction of how fast it should run. Oh, I'm gonna look it up. Let's see what's going on with down detector. T-Mobile. Anyway. Unless it's our modem. Could be the modem. Yeah, I don't know. It could be the connection is just there's something. It could be interference. That could be it too. I don't know if that's the case though. I'm gonna download this well enough. Yeah, as far as this game, yeah, I hope this guy gets feedback for this game. If you care about this game, definitely give your feedback. I mean, I'll be honest, Tudo. This what this dude's saying. It does. I don't. I kind of agree with him. Like, it's not scary at all. I'll tell you that much. This game does not feel remotely scary. But yeah, it does feel like the assets are kind of bland. And he's right about the nostalgia thing. I said that earlier. Yeah, no, I hear you. What's up? I know how to fix it. No, other people. I've already done that, dude. It's something. It's not the modem, dude. I literally disconnected the modem and reset it. It's still doing it. I've already done that. I'm very familiar with how the infrastructure on this works. Like I do this all the time. I mean, I appreciate you, like trying to jump in, but it is definitely there's something going on. It's not. It's not. I don't think it's my end. I think it's something to do with T-Mobile's towers. I think they're. It's just running like slow, or there's interference. Like yeah, the speeds like earlier today, man, they were down to like 8 millisecond, 8 megabits per second, and I was like, that's slow for 5G. That's slow. And then my upload wasn't bad. It was like 10, 20 megs. Just pretty normal. But my download speeds were just gone, dude. It's just, I had no download. My connection's wired. My signal's wireless. I have 5G home internet. The signal itself comes in wireless, but the actual wire, the inside my house, it's wired. Everything's wired. So that's all. So I'm well aware. But yeah, I do feel that this guy is not. I do feel this guy. He's definitely right in some ways, and not. He's not entirely right, but I do feel he's right in some way. Again, the whole nostalgia thing. I'm very anti-nostalgia because I think nostalgia is just a crux for people to prey on people's excitement. It's like, oh, you remember this thing? Remember that thing? I'm playing with your feelings. Like, you like it because it reminds you of your childhood. I mean, it's great to love your childhood, and great, and you have good memories of things, but at the same time, you can't just go back to those things and think it's just going to hit the same. It just never does. And I think that's the problem I have. A lot of people, they fall into that trap. That's why you see people play, like, the same things all the time, because they feel that because they're in that nostalgia state that it's like it's where the best shit is. It's like, dude, you're not enjoying it. It's just because you remember you had good times of it, so it's like, oh well, I'm just gonna play it because I had good memories when I was a kid. So I just think it's like kind of fooling yourself. It's like, are you enjoying it, because you're actually enjoying it, or are you just enjoying it because you're telling yourself that you enjoyed it before? And and I haven't. It's almost like saying you never grew up. And it's like, well, we all grow up. We all change as we get older. Yeah, the member berries. Not member barriers, member berries. You remember? I remember. Well, that's the thing. But that's the thing. It's like when you give up on the future, it's like, well, you can create things. Though. I mean, we've seen. Look how many great things people have created recently. Like it's not like there's no future. Like that to me is being like super pessimistic. Like I know I can be pessimistic at times, but it's like, dude, there are great things out there. I've experienced many great things in today. So to sit there and say there's no future is kind of a bullshit statement. And I don't think. I think that's a really terrible way to think. You should be able to look. There are things to look forward to. I have found many things that I love and enjoy and very dear of that are new. So I do disagree with that whole statement. I'm sorry. I just think it's a bunch of bullshit. That just sounds like you've just given up. You don't even want to try. You've completely given up. You have no desire to give any effort to try to find something that you to look forward to. And it's like, dude, there are things to look forward to. There is. I mean, it sucks when there isn't. There are times, yeah, it's kind of a dry spell. Things just don't hit like they all the time they do. But that's also, I think, as you've gotten older, your expectations have also gotten higher, and the things that used to trigger you or make you, feel good, don't do it anymore because now they've become the standard. So now you need something greater than that. I mean, it's nice. I would love the world to be completely on. Man, it just keeps outdoing it. Like, oh, there's the future keeps looking better and better. We keep getting the next level. That would be in a perfect world. That's never going to happen. We're eventually going to reach our limits. But to sit there and say there's absolutely zero, Like, no, as long as those few people, especially indie developers that have the passion to create, there'll always be something new that exists that outdoes previous things. There's too many games I've played that it's like, oh man, like it's because of games like this is why the future is still around. Look at me when I'm playing that Pizza Tower game. That game's like the stuff of legends. Like that stuff is like, holy shit, this game is so fucking good. This is on the same level as like Sonic the Hedgehog back in the day. That's how good it is. Like this hits that hard. But it takes that formula and puts it on its head and it's like, hey, we're gonna take it to the next level. That's why millions adore it. And it's like, yeah, it's a 16-bit game. It doesn't have the prettiest graphics. It looks very stylized. Love the stylization. Animations look top notch. But that's a future game. I mean, I can go through my list and just show you here's all these great games. Like I said, this game amazing. I thought Silly Polly Beast was solid. Spiritfarers I heard an amazing game. It's fairly recent. Let's see. You saw me play Onirism, which I adore. I think this game is fucking amazing. Too many people sleep on it. Yeah, there's a lot of games on my list that I could show you that'd be like, hey, these are just banger games. That fucking Metroid game, that Acolyte game, is the one I played before this one. That game is like sick. No, this game is like just beautiful. Like this to me is like Metroid on crack. It's like you can see it's Metroid but way harder. Like, dude, I love it. Like, give me more. Like, take it to the next level. But yeah, there's things out there. Chaos Code. Chaos Code Next. That game is solid. The game is beautiful. The game plays like a dream. And that's it doesn't have like next gen graphics or nothing, but it has a banger soundtrack and it has good gameplay. Visuals are serviceable, I gave it a solid 8 on the graphics. I like the stylization. But yeah, I think people need to stop like trying to think the future being shit because we don't have games like Super Mario Brothers and Legend of Zelda all the time, or something dumb like that. If it's because we don't have those banger hits like what I did in my childhood every single time when I play new games, I'm like, yeah, it would be nice if the whole industry was on point with that stuff, but sadly we're in an era where just money rules all, and that's become the end all. That's why all the passion's gone, because it's all about money now. That's why a lot of stuff in general, like even technology, how it feels very stagnant right now, because it's not about advancement. Personally, I think the whole AI thing is going to create a lot of shit. We're going to see so much crap with AI. We're not going to see, next level stuff, I don't think, with AI. Not in its current state. It's just terrible. Like, a lot of the stuff AI makes is truly a slop. It's complete garbage. It looks soulless. It has no... Like, the only thing I could say AI does, like, for individual creators is they get to express their ideas on paper, put them on picture. You can see what they're talking about. And some people have some great ideas. They're like, okay, these are cool. Just the execution is not the best. But, it will eventually get better. I'm sure within the next 5-10 years, the AI algorithm is going to get really refined and things are going to look convincingly better. But I do feel like a lot of it is soulless, though. Like, you can feel like there's no soul in it. Like, you don't feel the creator's vision. I don't think you do. Where you see something that's actually carefully crafted and made with love. Where you're just like, hey, I could see this guy's vision. But I'd say don't give up. People give up too easy. I really think people give up way too fucking easy. They think it's the end of the world, and I'm like, dude, it's not that bad. There are bad times. Don't get me wrong. There are bad times. I'm not gonna lie. There are some shitty bad times. That I agree with. But you can't just let that be the norm. You cannot just let that just be. You have to try harder, and you just have to keep on trucking. That's the easiest way to handle it. Just keep doing what you got to do. Don't let it wear you down. I don't I got I'm not gonna give up. That's one thing I don't want. Even though I might not feel this way, I'm not always happy or whatever. But if I give up, then I never feel those feelings anymore. And I don't want to do that. I've given up before, and it's not a good way to think. It makes you very depressed, very negative. You're very people definitely don't want to be around you because you're such a negative Nancy, and it's like, and I used to be that way because one of my ex friends was always kind of like around me, and he kind of influenced me, and he got me really negative, and I was like, man, I do not want to live like this, where I'm just you have this mentality, just everything is shit. That's not a good way to think. That's why you have to focus your energy on something positive and follow something you love. Don't let that negativity bring you down. Yeah, there's a lot of, like I said, people that say there's no there's no future, there's no games. Like they're so full of shit. Like look at how many games on my list that I'm looking forward to. Like there's so many. Like one, two, three, four. Uh, this is what I'm naming the big ones. Five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. I'm sure this one's gonna be a good 11, 12, 13, 14. Like come on. There are good games coming. And people are full of shit. But they say, oh, there's nothing coming in the future. Bullshit. My library is going to be huge with all the games I'm looking forward to. So I call shenanigans on that. Yeah, there are times, yeah, there's like dry periods. I will say there's periods where it's just like, yeah, it could be better. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, those times do happen. It's not a good feeling, but you'll get through it. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, I got at least 20 games coming out this year that I want to play. Yeah, this comes out next week, huh? Let me see. Much longer we got. Let me try to double this up a little bit. Let's see where. Oh, I didn't buy Doom: The Dark Ages. I rented it on PC Game Pass for $10. Like, why would I buy it for 70 when I could just rent it for 10 and just play it and beat it and be because I was gonna be done with it in a month, easy. Anytime it's on Game Pass, if I can I'd rather play it on Game Pass than buy it because it's it just there's no point for me to buy a $70 game that I'm going to play once. I'd rather just rent it. Like I would if all these games came on Game Pass, I would be subscribing to Game Pass because I don't. like I don't like buying games if I don't need to, because a lot of times I only play them one time, so I don't really see the point in owning them unless they're cheap. I prefer just doing that. But the problem is all the games I want to play are indie games or Japanese games. So not a lot of the games I want to play are on Game Pass. You're not going to get Parasite Mutant or Silly Polly Beast or stuff like that on Game Pass, or those kind of games that just doesn't happen. Like, oh, I want to play Total Spell Carnival. That's not going to be on there. Onirism. That's not going to be on there. So I have to buy it. Yeah, I would rather I keep that in mind whenever a new game comes out that I want to play. If it's on Game Pass, especially if there's multiple games on Game Pass, that's when I subscribe. Cause and then I wait for those, and then eventually I'll buy the games when they're cheap. I might buy them down the road. I'll be like, oh, if Dune the Dark Ages was like $10, sure, I'll buy it. Just to own it, but I don't need to because I've already beaten it. And the game has no replay value right now because there's nothing to unlock. The game literally, once you beat it, that's it. There's no reason to play it again. Honestly, it's kind of shitty. Like, I'm waiting for them to do updates to the game to, like, when it's content complete, and then I'll come back to it and play it again. That way, there'll be changes, there'll be more content, more scenarios, stuff like that. And that's I think that's the best way to. I mean, honestly, I wish I could just fully do that with all video games. Just I don't want to buy anything, to be honest, until it's finished and get it cheap. If I could literally discipline myself to that, I would save so much money. Because you see, like, all these sales, like, on Fanatical and stuff, where you get, like, amazing games for dirt cheap that are, like, complete editions. Like, let me show you. There's Fanatical. Like what is it? Just one of their recent bundles. So, I think it was this one. Yeah, let me look at this shit. Look at what you get in this bundle. Like, this game alone is fucking worth it. For $1.15 for Zombie Army 4 Dead War, that's a deal. There's some good games in there. Like, I was like, okay, it's got Doom 64, Chernobyl Light. There's some good shit. So I bought I bought Gory Cuddly Carnage, Postal. I was like, I bought like 6 games in this bundle. $1.15 a piece. It's like this is how you do it. If you want to be the efficient gamer, this is how you do it. You won't get the newest shit, but it's like there's some good stuff in these bundles. There, look, Platinum 333. Oh, look, Rogue City. The first Doom. Gestalt, Amnesia. Like, there's some big titles in here. Reveal. Like, there's some, Fallouts. It's like, damn, you get some good games in this bundle. But yeah, this is honestly the way to go. Ultra kill.